Hello guys and welcome back to our Achievement Hunter run, when we are trying to get as many achievements as possible before EU5 is released. We are at 249 already, and you see this is a second episode of our Denmark campaign where we're aiming to get 4 different achievements. We got one already, which requires us to form Carnal Union, and now we have 3 more of them to do. One is having 10% of the share in the tea trade, so I have to get to India. I need to convert these provinces to Danish, and finally I have to revoke privilegia. And I'm already on the way to do so because I am the Holy Roman Emperor of 2 reforms done. Slowly, but we are getting there. And also, to make it funnier, Burgundy is our personal union, which I'll be able to annex in just 9 years from now, because our government form allows us to start integrating personal unions 40 years early. It's time to go and make Riga our subject. Yes, subject, because we want to leverage the mission tree. And I'm gonna call Bohemia to help us out here, just to deal, or maybe all of them, just to deal with Poland easily. And I want to war with Poland, Lithuania, because they allied to France, and I want to break that alliance. And just to be exact, 49,000 of the troops from Burgundy are coming. Poland is actually busy with Moscow, so I chose a perfect time. So yeah, we are returning a core of Santok to Teutonic Order, because you see they're holding HRE province. I'm breaking the alliance with France and just taking a couple of ducats. And now we can go ahead and easily directly vassalize Riga, because actually I saw the discussion in my comment section below the first video, that if you annex when they release, they're gonna have a wrong government form. They are gonna be a monarchy. I want to keep them as a bishopric for the mission tree, so just go ahead and vassalize them directly. This gives me a mission window to the east, which is increasing a center of a trade by 1 level, and gives 5 development. You can also take a look at the Riga mission tree. You see they can click the city against the state, which is giving a cathedral there, as well as all of these bonuses, and be working to help them click a couple more of them. Now let's immediately go ahead and declare war on Ottomans. I'm hoping that the coalition is going to declare on them as well. But that's Imperial ban. They're holding also 2 provinces of the HRE that I want to get, and maybe even release a couple of nations here, as we want to add them to the empire in the future. Let's just call in. Does Bohemia has truce with them? Oh, why would that destabilize it? Doesn't matter. Let's just declare on conquest of Sicily and get all of these guys in. I did not really fight much with the Ottomans. The losses are minimal, mainly attrition, and that allows me to take the 2 provinces of the empire that they are holding, release Albania, and release Wallachia. Could I cancel Alet? Yes, as their subject. Please do. Maybe I'll be able to add some of this to the empire, but surely what I will do is to release Sicily. Welcome back to the empire. Converting Kola to Catholic gives me one of the Scandinavian missions. Integrate Sami, which is because autonomy in Laponia area, and the others give me a lot of basement power, but also a forest expansion burgers privilege. That, if you scroll down to it, you see it gives us 15% less dev cost for the forest and 10% less dev cost for the woods provinces. So just take a look. Forests give 20%, so it's gonna be 5. Woods, you see, give 15, so they're gonna just give also 5%. This is like a time when I can revoke the privileges. I just need 1 less privilege for the nobility, so I can temporarily take down the manpower privilege. Click the mission, which will give me nobility to no longer raise any rebels when their land gets seized if the loyalty drops below 30. And Carnal Absolutism, you see there's plenty of requirements. Carnal Absolutism gives me maximum absolutism plus 20. Of course, not of use yet. And Liberty Desire from the subject's development minus 25%. Let me just go ahead and give them back the manpower privilege. 15% still useful. Tier 4 guarantee form is gonna be focused on bonuses from the papacy. And you know, I won't be playing super wide anymore in this campaign. I will mainly filling our mission tree. Maybe I'll get the whole British Isles. I'll be aiming to pick third idea group for the colonization, to create trade companies, charter some trade companies, but in the meantime my main focus will be to get more imperial authority. And for that I should first of all, get the third reform, so be able to expand Empire of the Wars, but also should aim to get grid projects in Praha for the Imperial Authority modifier, and I think also, I think it was Ulm that was having this, something like that. Imperial Authority from 3 cities, as you see. Yeah, but how do I get Praha when they are our ally? Yeah, we might need to break that alliance. Take Praha and try regaining it, or just say it, we don't need Bohemia anymore. So you know what, I'll use Bohemia for the war against Austria, because there's plenty of nations to release here, because they just took promises from them. And then I'm gonna start dealing with Bohemians. You know, in general for the reforms there will be always an issue of me not being Germanic to embrace them. That's why, since I have so many diplomats that have no other use, I'm improving relations with every single prince slowly, starting with the ones with the worst relationship. There goes the last admin idea, which gives us admin tech cost gov capacity to be definitely of use, and a policy which is definitely useful because it's a diplomat, so be improving relations with more nations. But yeah, the gov capacity is definitely more useful. Duchess of Burgundy dies. I could kiss that horse. Inherit Burgundy. Well. That gov capacity that we just received is definitely of use. We'll immediately go ahead and state everything that we just received. And that is a bit too much of a gov capacity. I think I want to release some nations here, since we want to receive more of, how it's called, Imperial Authority. So some nations, especially around here, like Nevers can be released. As small as possible. Luxembourg, please. How about we also release Metz? Who else would like to be released? Definitely not in the English Channel. But as well, yes. Now I'll be a bit over my relations limit. That's why we'll go to nobility and take the strong duchies. Yeah, and now we just have to get rid of alliance with Bohemia. It will be fixed. So this is good. So now we've got not 57, but 59 members of the Empire. Oh god, don't tell me. Okay, guys. You know, I'm not a... I should have added this person to Empire before I release them. Is it just Nevers? I think so. Yeah. It's Luxembourg, but they're here. Oh god. How about the other provinces? And we'll add Nevers to Empire, but I would just probably have to annex them first and then add them again. Oh yeah, with this changes we are 100 over our gov capacity, so I'm gonna take a bit more of it from actually nobility as well. Use immunity to that and Sizzlats to keep it above 30. Yeah, that does hurt a bit. And we'll have just to invest a lot. Oh no, just next admin technology will be enough. Oh yeah, this updated. It's 61 member states in the Empire, so increase it by 4. And obviously, never is joined by itself because we had good relations. So this is all good. I don't have to annex them. I think they will not be within my relations slot once we revoke the privilege. Yeah, there it is. Improving relations with electors definitely help, because you see, I reform in the Holy Land. The third is giving us state maintenance, but most importantly, casus belli for non-HRE members bordering the Empire. That's perfect. And you know, as long as there's peace here, I'm not attacking Austria because I wanted to keep increasing. I'm rather gonna wait for a CB. Needs a month tick, I assume. Just pay for our army immediately. And let's take a look. Who did we get a CB on? Milan, Savoy, France. Not Ragusa because it's not a bordering empire. Yeah. Venice is probably too big. I think Milan might be a good first goal, especially that they are not allied to one elector. To one prince. How about Savoy and France? Yeah, this is Imperial Pan. Let's take a look here. Casus Belli. So Carmel has expanded Empire Casus Belli against Yaroslav. And just Yaroslav. Well, that's an easy one. Let's start. You see, this small nation will give me free Imperial authority. The question is, I could also release Belazero over there and try adding them to the empire. Just when piecing, I know what, I will not do that because they'll be of wrong religion. We don't want wrong religion countries. So I'm just gonna expand empire and force religion on. Oh no, you know what? Release Belazero, and after a few years I will add them by force with the same CB. You just have to remember to immediately cancel our guarantee. And something is not right, because it didn't work. Yaroslav is not in the empire. Why? Well, I guess I'll do it through Muscovy. And at the same time I might release more nations out of them. It's fine.
5 minutes later.
Let's actually declare Moscow immediately. For Moscow, I'm aiming to release 1, 2, 3 subjects. I'm also taking a promise on the north to release Novgorod out of it, so we could also expand empire into it. See, the German mercenaries mission is allowing me to unlock a lot of merc companies with a bonus to their maintenance and manpower, but I don't really need mercs. Hiring 60,000 of them would give me another merc cost and discipline. Expanding empire into Milan is gonna definitely be only 6, I guess, expansion, but 8.5 imperial outreach, and that's what we absolutely love. This is already at level 14.6, and I should be able to keep expanding the empire into more nations. But before that, as promised, can I give it back to... I thought it's gonna be Novgorod, but this is Moscow. Well, I'm just gonna call this province instead. It's fine. Let's take a look at our claims. Yes, I can immediately go after Mantua, which is gonna be protected by a couple of nations, but yeah, I do have favors for a couple of friends in Europe. I can leverage them. This is really good news that Emperor died. The Emperor treaty. More importantly, for now Regency, but for a much better 445. So I'm really happy about that, and we are at 25 of Imperial treaty. Soon we are going for the 4th reform, especially with a bit more of expansion. You see, we are steadily increasing amount of the princes in the empire. At this point we are at 65 from 57 we were at before, and I'm gonna get many more of them from Austria. 5 nations to be released from Austria, to be exact, making them much weaker. So I think they were gonna, you know, try fighting against us. Maybe Hungary will break free, so we're gonna expand empire over there. But from England, I want to take this princess for myself to fix borders, as well as Ulster, and release some nations in Ireland, as we ideally want to add them to the empire as well. Just make sure to break alliance with Bohemia. And in 5 years, we'll also release a couple of nations from them and take Praha for higher increase of our imperial authority. But first, 3,000. That's no cost for us. Let's embrace colonialism and get up to date with the technologies. Embracing colonialism allows us to take colonial ambitions, which is an explorer, advance the colonial range, and a colonist for 50 years. I might not actually need to take any colonial ideas. I can just take 3 trade ships out of this fleet and send them to start exploring Africa. Maybe actually take another 3, and we're gonna start exploring with 2 stacks at the same time. So Mr. England, thank you for participating. Now this nation should have decent relations with us, and over time they're very likely to join the HRE, especially once we core Ulster and add it to the empire. But yeah, obviously in the meantime I will not keep the guarantee. I'm gonna revoke it, and you know, if they don't join the empire peacefully, which should happen, then I'm gonna force them into the empire. Ivory Coast, I don't have range yet, but how about I take the advisor we just discussed, make him actually level 5, I can afford it. Let's take a look at our colonial range. Oh yeah, I think this is good enough. How about, again, go to burgers. And we take this, which allows us a decision that gives us additional colonial range. So now we can reach even farther, because up to Grain Coast. It's time to show France where's their place. We'll go for the conquest, but of course with the goal of releasing a lot of nations. And it's actually gonna be a good news for us that Savoy will join this war, because I'm gonna take over their HRE provinces, or this force them to release something like Geneva. And now, because I built a bunch of spy network, I'm getting 16% siege ability on French forts. The pluralistic government of Frederick I is a choice between guaranteeing from progress and until our country dies a lot, we're gonna get high national unrest, but on the other hand, institution embracement, cost and speed. But I already embraced the institution, as well as diplomatic cost, and then some changes to the states, or I get stability, reform, progress and prestige. I think the choice is easy. France technically has 57,000 troops and a lot of manpower, but Amura is very similar. I have 10, it's not visible here, but I have 10% more discipline. Oh, I just realized Scotland is in that war. Yeah, how to get a defensive edit here, and since I have both money and manpower to handle that, I'm just gonna recruit 12,000 infantry and 1,000 of cannons to deal with them. Not gonna lie, I think I'm a bit lucky that Reformation did not start yet. I mean, it's standard to start with between 1500, 1510, 1515, maybe 20. But yeah, 15.8, it's really good for us that it did not start yet, and we're definitely taking advantage with taking the next reform in a second. The new era is not much better than the previous one, so yeah, there goes another Disney card. I'm gonna get a lot of prestige for the French war. Discovering Canada gives me Discover the New World mission, which is another colonies. 2 colonies without colonial ideas. Global settlers increased. And this colonies will be available as long as we do not get a colonist from an idea. And then the region Kalusa. And we will get a colony for free in the New World. Imagine that France is still paying for 40,000 troops with their whole nation being occupied. How do we even have money for that? And not take any loans? From Scotland, I'm releasing 2 nations. Also with a hope that they will join the Empire. And for now, just only break the guarantee. I think I can afford taking, because I'm not coring any provinces. I don't plan to core much anymore in this campaign. Let me take the Tech 10 a bit ahead of time, which unlocks us the 3rd idea group, and I don't really think about exploration anymore. I think I can get my colonization related achievement without exploration ideas. That's why I have to think about the 3rd one, which could be influence, could be actually card as well, because I think card ideas do give us, where it is, Imperial Authority Growth Modifier 5%. It's a finisher. It's really little, and I don't like. I hate these ideas, but I'm gonna take it just for this one bonus. I don't think it's even needed for us, but I will take it. Just in the meantime, I will release Geneva from Savoy. Make sure to break the alliance with France. So this way we have yet another country in the Empire. And we are only left with France. So Mr. France, I'm releasing all of these nations. Anything else that is within our war score and could border us? Provence? Let's try Provence. That will cost a bit of diplomacy points as well, but that's no AE. So hopefully these nations will improve relations with us. Enjoy the Empire. I think I could cheese it a bit by sending them alliances. Let them join the Empire, because they need me to have a good opinion of them. And then once they join the Empire, just breaking the alliance. And honestly, guys, I might test it. First maybe on the Irish, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and test it with Tyrone. They've improved relations with us a lot. Let's send an alliance and see if that's gonna be enough for them to join the Empire. There we are, guys. We can embrace the 4th reform in the Empire, which gives us yearly tax income and another diplomatic reputation. Now we have to aim to expand the empire. So looks like these guys are not joining peacefully, so I have to force them into the empire. Same probably will be with these guys. We'll see. So there's an option to invite to the empire right here, but they're not so willing to do so. And of course there's still plenty of place here, and especially Italy and Balkans for the new nations within the empire. So I think I will be getting more reforms fast, and we need to do it fast because a reformation is about to start. It's gonna be pain in the ass. The free city of Bremen begs for our help. The problem is deeper within Bremen, and until they realize that will not send help. Bremen is told that we refuse to help. The alternative is to send them 200 ducats at 1,000 manpower. 1,000 manpower. In exchange, we're gonna get 10 imperial authority. Easiest imperial authority ever. First current idea is diplomatic reputation, but more importantly, CAF cost and CAF fire now national ideas. Actually, I'm gonna start adding some CAF units to our stacks soon, and this for a simple reason. Do you see this? Infantry has 0.8 fire and 0.95 shocks. So it's around 1.7. It is 1.75 in total. CAF has 2 shock. So it is just slightly better by default, but with that fire it has 2.5, so it's actually much stronger. And you know, the biggest disadvantage of CAF is not having any fire damage, especially for early and mid game. This 0.5 is gonna be of huge help. Nothing really special for us in the tier 5 guarantee form, which is actually weird, but we could go for a CAF cost. Maybe artillery barrage because it's gonna be more obvious, because I'm gonna keep leveraging that to faster expand the empire. No guys, Margherita is also not enough. This is not enough to 3-3. What is good enough is 4.2 per outrage for expanding the empire to Ragusa. We are at 74 princes already in the empire, which is I think around the amount that the HRE starts with in 1514. Reforms of Frederick I. There's so many reforms in that country, that's 300 mana we are receiving. Not slowing down, let's declare the promised war against Bohemia. It's an OCB, it is what it is. That's not gonna be much of AE. I think my AE is in general like absolute 0 because I'm not expanding for myself. Mr. Venice, I'm releasing 4 nations out of you around here and taking full money as well as war reparations. I'm hoping to integrate these nations into the HRE soon. Colonizing 3 provinces in Guinea gives me colonize the Gold Coast mission, which for 25 years gives me for these provinces construction cost, trade power, trade range, trade company investment cost. The last 2 were for the whole country, and perma claims on every center of trade and estuary in South Africa region. Take a look at the regions. Is it here? I don't even see these provinces yet. Okay, I can add these provinces to a trade company and follow up with some investment, as I believe that should be an easy merchant for us. Yeah, not there yet, but it will be. It had to happen at some point. The Protestant Reformation started in Bar. This is good and bad news. It is good news because it's easily reachable for us. This really bad news because it's not a capital of our subject. So, you know, I can't just go and enforce religion. It's in Barwa. So ideally, I think I have a plan. So I'm gonna seize that province from Bar. Then I'm gonna release Burgundy there. And then I'm gonna force religion that nation. Hello Bohemia, thank you for Praha, as well as 2 additional nations released in the empire. First, let me core this province. So that's a great tip for you guys. When you're an emperor, you have coring range for, I think, for every province in the empire. That's why I can core Praga without actual coring range. Below 0, let's force religion on them and force them to join the empire. Hopefully this time it will work. Yeah, this time it worked. Like, not like with Yaroslav. Maybe I just misclicked something over there. Reaching 40. Okay, now that I'm out of the wars, let's go to Bar. Seize Barua from them. Yeah, I cannot convert it myself. How about we... I thought that it will return car to Bar. How about their annexation? Okay, I have a plan. So I'll annex Bar. Yes. Then once I annex them, I'll give Verdun to like Lorraine or Luxembourg, and then I'm gonna release Bar only in Barrois. And then they're gonna be forced to be Protestant. So I'll be able to click a decision here just to force Legion of them, which removes the religious center. Another religious center. Brandenburg! Okay, guys. We have to speed the things up. Let's start with annexing these guys. And just to make sure it works all good, let's pick over here the decision that does not take deep reputation from us. Since Brandenburg is already Protestant, I'm gonna dissolve our alliance. And I have to look for their allies. What's the profit cost? Oh yeah, I won't be able to enforce Legion of them unless it's a direct war. I do have a claim on them. Let me just also make sure to stop guaranteeing independence. And in 5 years, I'm gonna remove their religious center. With Bar Annex, let's do as promised. Luxembourg, I know that you always wanted Verdun. So you can go right now here and release Bar. Then go here on this tab, force religion on them. Did they change it? Or it needs a month tick? Did they change it? Did they nerf this? When? This is a huge nerf for the HRE gameplay. It used to work that you enforce religion on the owner of the religious center and it removes the religious center. So do you tell me if I declare Brandenburg and force religion on them, it will also not remove the religious center? This is super bad, guys. Super bad. But we'll handle. Oh, to make it more interesting, the emperor just died. So be in 13 years of regency. This is really bad because our ruler was good. I guess it's fine because we'll be able to get the reform soon. Yes, I just need to call Prague. Oh, guys, I just realized that I'm in progress for the Dutch revolt and it happens next month. Literally, I noticed it right now. But there's one simple trick to avoid this, and I have a lot of Diplo points to do that. Let me just go ahead and move our capital to a Dutch province of Den Haag. It is with the same trade node. So see, normal disaster loading. Now with Prague court, it is an easy next reform, and so it's gonna give us more imperatority from the free cities. See, now I'm growing 0.23 a month, and when we get the peace within the empire, it's gonna be 0.33 a month. But yeah, we still have to keep expanding the empire, while of course trying to fight the heretics. And yeah, since I cannot remove the religious centers with the old trick, I'm just gonna keep converting the nations back to Catholic. It won't be easy to convert Prague. I need to definitely state it. Just concentrate there first to reduce the amount of development there. State it. Exploit development with them more. Now this would take 333 months, so I'm gonna also take this. So instead, that's gonna take 77 months. Once I convert it, then I'm gonna be able to start getting the bonuses from the historical center of Prague. No, Bohemia also just got the religious center. That's gonna get even more interesting. Yeah. I need to find... What's our truce length? 11 years. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Oh, whoa. Poland is gonna be pretty strong now. They just inherited Lithuania. There will be plenty of no CB wars I will be doing because I want to keep everyone Catholic. That's why I'm no CBing Memmingen, because they just decided to convert to Protestant. And the war took, what, like a month? Just enforce religion and that's it. I want to expand Empire to Scotland, but they are still allied to France. But you know what, guys? It's fine. I don't really need to, release any other nations from France. I'll actually make them a bit weaker, so they will not be able to kill the nations we released here. Oh, guys, okay. So it seems like the trick I've showed you, it does not work on subjects, but it works for the nations when enforced, because somebody just enforced region Brandenburg and the region center disappeared. The issue is, it happens when the region center is not in the capital of the nation, like Plzeň is not the capital of Bohemia, so that's gonna be an issue. That's fine. I just have to, probably the best would be to release Bar, but they are Catholics, I cannot enforce religion of them. So we might think about a solution where I annex them again. Then I just cancel a core probably would be the best solution. But until I annex them, it's 5 more years. But yeah, for France and the alliances, I would like to break neutrally. Just wipe them. Since Scotland is pretty big, expanding by its 5 imperatorities, you're receiving all of them. Oh, and what's that? Good relations with Pope, having Sealand. I think that what I was missing was the estate. Gives us Kobernahus Universitet, which is innovativeness from progress growth, 150 mana and university building. Zlewikk just decided to convert to Protestant, and yeah, you're not gonna stay Protestant for long. Since changing our culture, next province of the same culture is cheaper, I'm already gonna convert 2 provinces within England that I need to convert to Danish, which costs a lot of diplo points, but at least every province bordering this province will be cheaper to convert. Some of you guys asked me in the comment section, Zlewikk, why did you take diplomatic ideas over influence? Would influence be better for gameplay? Well, not really, because at the point where we are right now, where we have to keep forcing regions on guys, we need this lower impact on stability from the diplomatic actions. So I pay only 1 stability instead of 2 for no CB wars, which I'll be doing a couple of them. And correct me if I'm wrong, but also it's also less AE we are receiving when it's a -1 instead of -2 stab hit. We're down to a point where only Bohemia is a heretic province, but we shouldn't get used to it. They will keep converting. We also at last converted Prague, which already gives us 0.05 flat reform, but we have to go ahead and improve it to level 2 with money, and then spend manpower to speed this up, and then improve it to level 3 with first some money. Actually, we're gonna take 1% loans, loan tank no see guys, and just spend these loans on speeding the things up. So now our growth, thanks to this 0.15, so I have 0.41 without a piece in the empire. Now look guys, France is trying to... So when I was fighting Bourbonnais to add them to the empire, France actually declared war on them. I guess we have to punish France again soon. Let's update on the amount of the princes in the empire. 89! Age of Reformation just started, and we've got 2 things completed, right? We've got convert provinces, unify culture, 3, and convert another nation. And I'm not sure I can, I don't think I'll get any others. And the most obvious thing happens the moment Champagne joined the empire, they turned Protestant. So yeah, once our truce ends in 14 years. The wars yeah, I have to attack them directly if I want to force convert them. When there's a new incident in the empire, fortunately I cannot click the next reform yet, so I'm lacking just a bit. Let's see, the client that has that's gonna be 8 of imperial authority. Yeah, that's too bad. When is gonna finish? In 1 year, so ideally we should embrace the next reform 1 year, but I don't think we'll be able to do so. Aye guys, it's 27 against 63, and next month it's gonna be pushed. Yeah, it's gonna... Of course, I'll immediately take that reform with this decline of the Hanseatic League finished, but it's too bad that a couple of imperial authority will not go for the next reform. When is it finishing exactly? 16th of August. Yep, there it goes, and I can right away take this, which gives me cooperation cost, and the next one will be even high imperial authority growth modifier, so we're really aiming to get that ASAP. Okay guys, I think this is going to be all for today, and we still have so many reforms to be completed, and that's gonna be plenty of content, trust me guys. So guys, if you did enjoy this video, just to remember to leave a like on it, so reach more people. I hate asking you guys to do so, but it really helps to reach this great content to more people. And obviously subscribe to the channel if you don't do that yet, to get notified about the future content. Bye bye.